doesn't mean the boss. It really means the one to go first. So be the first to give, to love, to sacrifice. Head of household, be the first to pray, the first to try. Put it in those terms. First to commit, first to apologize. After going through that quick list with you guys last week, I kind of thought of a couple of others that may not sound like it should be a part of that list, but it really is. And it was like, be the first to ask for help. Head of household, be the first to ask for help. That's one of the best ways I thought really to help us to see how important our role is as heads of household, as men. Because a lot of men think in terms of being the head as being the boss and being domineering and all of that. But actually, if you're going to be the first to ask for help. She's right there. She's willing. She wants to. She probably got a better idea anyway. And a lot of times, I know with my wife, she's often has a very different perspective, because my perspective and my focus, because that's how men are, we're very focused, and a lot of times our perspective is very narrow, even in the natural. There's some statistic my son came across that basically that men see within a 6-degree radius. The man's vision is about 6-degree radius. So that's why I can walk into a room and my wife can say, go get my purse, and I can walk into the bedroom and not see her purse on the bed. Because if my sight does not fall, if that purse doesn't fall in the 6-degree radius of where I'm looking, I don't see it. That's why men can stand there with the refrigerator door open, and you'd be like, go get the milk. And you go, ain't no milk in here. Yes, it is. It's right there. I don't see it. How could it be right there in front? You don't see it because I didn't look in that direction. Am I right, guys? So because we tend to be very focused, then that's part of the reason why we need to ask for help, because your wife's vision is a lot broader. It really is. Her perspective is a lot broader. So she sees things that we miss. And so as head of house, be the first to ask for help. Be the first to take a suggestion. How's that? Be the first to take a suggestion. That's why we make the emphasis and talk about really the humbling and submitting is back and forth. Because you have to really humble yourself to receive the advice and the help from your wife, from your partner. If you're still dealing with self-esteem issues as you were growing up and people told you you couldn't do things and you're a failure and you'll never do this and you'll never do that, then instead of receiving this as a suggestion, as help from your wife, you'll be thinking, here's somebody else telling me what I can't do, or showing me how dumb they think I am. And she's not trying to say you're dumb. She's not trying to say you're stupid. It's just that you didn't see it. You don't see what I'm talking about. But that's also what you're dealing with, ladies, or have dealt with in your spouses in the past. You may have been dealing with somebody who always was told, you ain't gonna do this, you can't do that. And so here you were trying to offer help, and all he could hear was, here's somebody else telling me more what I can't do. Marriage is difficult, it can be difficult sometimes because of things like that. But head means to be the first to take a suggestion, first to reach out. How's that? Be the first to reach out and include the family in decision making or in the decision making process. So in that ongoing battle between love and respect, you can see why you can have this misunderstanding between the two. Because women are looking for love, and they kind of spell love like this, T-I-M-E. And we're busy and we got things to do and we feel like, okay, I gave you a hug, I gave you a kiss, what more do you want? All right, bye. What else do you want? Or if you had a passionate, intimate night, then it's like, well, what else do you want? So you're going on, because men think in those terms. It's like, on to the next thing, on to the next thing. And that sounds so offensive when I say that. Women, what do you mean, on to the next thing? Well, what we mean by that is we are goal-oriented. And so men don't spell love. They don't think of love as having to do with necessarily spending a lot of time, because we think in terms of get stuff done, move on to the next thing. And so you're calling me another thing? Well, they don't mean to, but sometimes women just get your wife just gets put on another part of the list. And even if you're number one on the list, and you say, well, at least make me number one on the list. Well, you don't really want to be just number one on the list, because that becomes just another thing that gets checked off. Took care of my wife, check. I'm gonna do the job, check. And see, so it's still not a simple matter of just saying make me priority, because men still think in terms of, well, I got that done, move on to the next thing. I got that done, move on to the next thing. Isn't it something when you talk about how men think versus how women think? But because she needs affection, she needs affirmation, she needs communication. I can't say that one enough. She needs communication. She must have communication. She needs security, relational security, economic security. She needs self-expression. She needs to know she has the freedom to express herself, good or bad. Am I right, ladies? Good or bad. However way it comes out, I need to know that I got the freedom to do that with you. I can't do that with everybody. I can't do that with people on my job. I can't do it with all their family members. Most of them, in fact, most of the time you can't do it at all with your family members. I can't really tell them what I think, but you're the one person that I can tell, that I could totally self-express. She needs spiritual leadership. And so all of that is what women are looking for when you say love. But when the guy's saying, well, I need respect, we're talking about the guy's ego. And when we say a man's ego, it's not pride, it's the essence of who we are as males. And we need ego security. We really do. A good way for me to express to you ladies about ego security for a man is that we need your affection by word expression. It's not just affection by a hug and the same way that you need. You need the affection expressed maybe physically or with time, sitting and talking, enjoying a movie, all this. But for a man, it really has more to do with word expression and you physically being there when he's talking or venting or when you're helping. It's the intangibles that sometimes, ladies, that you don't think are very important. That is the reason why, quote, the other woman is often referred to in the Bible as she flatters with her lips. You'd be like, she ain't even pretty. She ain't even pretty. How could he be attracted to somebody that ain't nowhere near as pretty as me? You know what it was? She gave him the ego security. Flattered with her lips. You're so handsome. I like it when you wear that. When you talk like that, you are so intelligent. I like the way you think. It's all the things that you are thinking, but you don't say it. When he's talking to you or doing whatever he's doing, walked in the room, you like the way he looked in his clothes, all of that. It's the things that you think, but you don't say it. Because you're thinking, well, he already know that. But he needs you to say it.